Hey guys, it's Jessica and I'm going to be reviewing the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette for you today, which I've already reviewed this fabulous palette, but I'm going to go ahead and review it again for you. So how this review is going to work, I'm going to start off with an overview of all the shades, so holding it up really close so you can really see those shades, and then I'm going to swatch them, and during each swatch I will tell you how I use that color, so that way you guys can really get a good solid review on this. Yeah, a lot of times when people review palettes, they review them right when they get them, and from now on I'm going to try to avoid doing that. I will do like a overview of the product if I get something and I'm really excited about it. I'll try to do like an overview, but I will not give my opinion on the product until I use it for about a month. But I've been using this product for a year and I have loved it so much. So that's kind of how it's going to work, and then at the end of these swatches I will be talking about the packaging, and then at the very end of the video I will end it with a tutorial on how I got this eye look, which I'm really enjoying this eye look actually. So yeah, and it is using this palette. Everything on my eyes is from the Naked 2 palette except for the mascara. Let's go on and start. This first shade is called Foxy. Then we have Half Baked, Booty Call, Chopper, Tease, Snake Bite, Suspect, Pistol, Verve, YDK, Busted, and Blackout. So, yeah, that is all the shades that we have. I'm going to start from this lightest end and go to the black end on swatches. So the first shadow we have is Foxy, and you can see it's a yellow toned matte color, and I like to use this as an all over the lid color. I am going to swatch it twice on my hand so that you can really see the color, because I'm so pale and it's pretty close to my skin tone. So hopefully you can see it. It's right there. I know it might be kind of hard because I am so pale, but that is what that looks like. And as I said, I like to wear it all over the lid. It makes applying the rest of the shadows on your lid easier. I find that with every palette I use, if I use a matte shadow all over the lid that is skin toned colored kind of, then it just makes applying the rest of the stuff easier. But next we have Half Baked, which is a yellow gold. And it just looks like this. I use this a lot on my lid. Typically in the center of the lid. I won't typically wear it all over my whole lid. Usually I will wear this in the center of my lid with a brown. So that is Half Baked. Next color we have is Booty Call, which is a satin finish highlight. I say satin because it's not really that shimmery. There it is. Hopefully you can see it. Once again, it's so close to my skin tone. I know it's hard to see. I love this shade. I'm pretty sure I'm almost hitting pan on it. I use it a ton. I'm wearing it right now. It's just so beautiful. Right. The next shade is Chopper, which this is a bronze penny kind of color. It's a little bit lighter than a penny, but it definitely has a metallic feel to it, and it is like a color that changes depending on the light. So that is Chopper, and this again is like a lid color that I like to use. The next shade we have is Tease, and I love this color because it is a nice, beautiful matte, kind of purpley brown shade. and it looks good with any eye look. I just use the heck out of this thing. I use it with every palette that I use. It is my go-to crease shade. It just looks so good in that crease, and it just pulls the look together. I am not, however, wearing it right now. So, next we have Snake Bite, which this is a very beautiful shade. I don't wear it too often because I find it difficult to work with darker shades. I don't know why that showed up so patchy. But here's Snake Bite. I'm gonna try to do a better swatch. So, yeah. It's a really pretty color. It's definitely a brown, and this is what I would call a satin finish because it's not really shimmery, it's not too metallic-y either. It's just a nice shade, and I will use this in the crease sometimes because it just looks so pretty, but most of the time I will use this on the outer corner of my eye. The next color we have is Suspect, and this is my favorite shade of the whole palette. I have found a dupe for it from the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. This is the most amazing shade because on the finger it doesn't look like much, you know. The swatch though, it's a shade that changes, kind of. This is a good all over the lid shade when you're in a hurry and you just want to throw something on. This is good for that because you do get that darker color, which would show up in the crease, and then that really light color that's on my finger. Yeah, there we go. That really light color on the lid. So it's a very beautiful color. It's my favorite color of this palette. The next color is Pistol, which I am wearing right now in my crease, and I like the shade quite a bit. I don't use it too often, but it is a really beautiful shade. It's a dark gray shade, but it kind of has a slight greenish look to it. Not really on the lid too much, but I definitely can see it, especially when you compare it to Gunmetal from the Naked palette, which I don't have the Naked palette, but I have compared these two colors, Gunmetal and Pistol. So, yeah. It's a good shade. It looks really good on the eyes. At least it really brings out the blue in my eyes. The next color I have is Verve, which is just a icy gray color. And I really like this color too. So there is Verve. You can just see it. It's just bam, icy. It looks kind of white. I mean, it really does. If it wasn't silver in the pan, you would probably think it's white. So it's really beautiful. It has a really wonderful shine to it. And I am wearing it on my lid. Alright, and then next we have Decay, which on the finger swatch you can't really tell, but it has a burgundy tone to it. I love this color. I wear it on my lid, but it's a very difficult color to deal with because it has just so much fallout. But it is really pretty, and I do really like using it. If I use this color, I will put on my foundation last. Busted. And this is another one that I like to wear on the outer corner of my eye because it is just so dark. It is a very dark brown, and it just, I don't know, I really like wearing it on my outer corner, which I am wearing today. So that is Busted. It's on this finger. So, yeah. And then the last shade is Blackout, which is just a buttery matte black, good for everybody. So this is Blackout, and bam. It is just a really wonderful matte black. I'm wearing it as eyeliner right now. So you can tell, it's a great black shade. It does have a really fine glitter in it, but it just looks matte when you put it on. So that is Blackout. So that is it for the color swatches, and now I'm going to talk about the packaging. So I'm going to turn the light on, and hopefully that looks okay. So here is the packaging of the Naked 2 palette. It's in a tin case, as you guys probably know by now. I do have dents in it, and it is kind of broken. I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't close all the way. And yeah, it's just and also this part right here is peeling up, so yeah, and it's really sticky, so most of the time my hair will get in there. I don't even know if you can see, but there is a piece of hair in there right now. Kind of weird. The back is also dented, and I hate to like put out a bad review on packaging, but I really don't like this packaging. I travel a lot. It is not travel friendly. It also gets really dirty. I cleaned this before I made this video, and it's already kind of dirty, and that's fine. I don't really care about that, honestly, but the mirror is dirty. It does come with a very nice mirror. I do like the mirror a lot. But yeah, overall the packaging is just blah, and it does come with a dual-ended brush, but the brush broke. I still use the brush, it's just broken, so it's kind of, I don't even know where it is right now, but I do still use it when I know where it is. So I'm not impressed with the tin can packaging. I'm very disappointed that the Naked 3 has a tin can packaging. I like the cardboard packaging. I'm using this Lorac Sweet Temptations palette as an example. I really like this cardboard packaging. It does stay shut. These kinds of palettes are more practical for traveling. I find these better than the plastic packaging. I find these better than any packaging out there. I really like this kind of packaging. I like to travel with this kind of packaging. However, I will say that this packaging is more travel friendly than the plastic packaging of like Wet n Wild or the big huge elf palettes. They have like that plastic packaging. I will say that this is more travel friendly than that, but it's still not travel friendly, and I will not travel with this unless I have a good way to store it. So yeah, which I do, but it's like I paid so much for this palette. I don't want it to get broken, you know, which it is. It's broken. And I guess that's the problem, is that I just, you know, when you spend that much money, you expect a certain kind of quality with the packaging. I don't particularly care about packaging, but I know that some people do. Overall, my views on this palette is it's definitely a really good one, and I do not have the other two to compare to it, but that's okay. In my opinion, that's kind of a good thing for you guys, because you guys can tell that I use this. I've used the crap out of this. Like this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. They all have pretty decent divots in them. I know I'm about to hit pan on Booty Call, and pretty soon I'll probably hit pan on Verve. So I do use this a lot. It is my go-to neutral eye palette. I love this palette. Suspect Tease, Booty Call, and Verve, and YDK are my top 5 favorite shadows in order. Suspect is definitely number 1. So I do really love this palette, and I do recommend this palette. I just think when you do travel with it, be careful, because you think it's durable until it breaks. So just be mindful of that. Make sure you package it with other like fluffy items. I don't know. Mine was like surrounded by fluffiness and it still broke, so that might not even fix the problem. It's just a really beautiful palette. I really love this palette. It is definitely definitely, in my opinion, a must-have. It's just such a great palette, and I don't have enough good things to say about it. I did all those swatches with no primer, so that is what you got with no primer. So yeah, I really do enjoy this palette, and I definitely think it's a must-have. It's one of my favorite palettes in my collection, if not the favorite. It's just a wonderful palette. And yeah, so if you want to see the eye look, if you want to see this eye look, then please stay tuned, because I did do a tutorial on the eye look that I have. And just so you know, this eye look is using Verve, which is on my lid, Pistol, which is in my crease, Suspect, which is also in my crease. It also uses Busted and Blackout. So, oh, and Booty Call. So I'm going to take Pistol to start out with and put it in my crease. Taking Suspect and putting it also in the crease. Just lower. Then I'm going to take Verve and put it on the lid. Then I'm going to take a Booty Call and use it on my brow bone. I'm going to go back in with my blending brush and use Booty Call just lightly, just a little bit, and blend everything out so that it looks better. Then with my blending brush, I'm gonna go in with Busted and just hit this outer corner just slightly. And I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. concealer brush, wet. Any eyeliner brush will do, just get it wet. And I'm going to go in with Blackout, which is a beautiful matte black. And I'm going to line my eyes the best that I can. So yeah, just line those eyes the best that you can. Then you're going to want to take a Q-tip and get it wet and just clean up the mess you made. Alright, now you want to curl your eyelashes. I'm using a Revlon eye curler. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye, obviously. I'm going to use Maybelline's Colossal Waterproof Mascara. Then you're going to want to gently curl your lashes again. And there you go. So I really hope you enjoyed this review. I tried to make it as good as I possibly could, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!